Well, hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, everybody listening. This is Mark, Steven, and Jeff from Hummy's VR Comedy on YouTube.
What's going on?
This is our
everybody?
podcast. It is in our Twitch. It is in our TikTok. It is in our Facebook page. It's none of our Instagram accounts. It's none of our private Snapchats. You guys are still running private Snapchats, or is that just me?
I didn't
I'm
know.
making no
Are
money
people
on
still doing that? Okay.
I tried it for a week and then gave up.
Yeah.
Huh.
Most do. It's the right response. Anyways, hi, guys. Hello, everybody listening. This is our podcast. We're the guys behind the Hummy's VR Comedy YouTube channel
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
on YouTube. But that's not this. This is the podcast. And we start the podcast with an idiom. But this week is different because Mark is doing it.
I have it. This was sent in through, guess what? Our Facebook messages. Someone sent this in. I cannot give them the name out because it might give away the origin.
Oh,
Fair.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, but you know who you are, and you're a great person for sending this in. And boy, do they get our sense of humor already. They are a fan of the pod for sure. The idiom this week is to fart higher than your ass.
Is this real?
So we're just opening this up to like self-submissions or whatever.
This is a phrase to
Mm-hmm.
fart higher than your ass.
Yeah.
All right.
Stop farting higher than your ass.
Okay, that's used in a sentence.
That is used in a sentence.
Stop
Okay.
farting higher than your ass. Okay, I have a guess.
I think. Yeah, I have a guess too. Yeah, go. Do you want to say? Or
You go first.
I think it's like, get off your high horse. One of those things.
Because a horse's ass is so high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like this guy thinks he's king shit of fuck mountain. That, Stop thinking you're this. I think it's something like that.
Now, Steven, if I recall, you were in because of that photo spread you did for the cover of Fuck Magazine, you were in the runnings for King Shit of Fuck Mountain at one point this year, weren't you? I don't know.
Right.
I haven't kept up with that.
Yeah, that was the ski trip, right? I was
very excited to see the results of that.
And I made it to the cover of Fuck Magazine. So
pretty good. That's pretty good.
The February issue of this year. So find that. Where does it come from, though? Wow. And so, okay, so this, you had a clue there. Because of his name, it could give it away. And because you said that, I'm going to say that it's a specific sounding name from...
Getting into some dicey territory here.
Yep, here we go.
Let's say France.
Okay.
I'm going to go with punching up or punching above your weight. I believe is an idiom that we have. It's you're tackling something bigger than you, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Farting above your ass.
Okay, you bit off more than you can chew.
Well, I mean, that kind of makes it sound negative. Like, oh gosh, I'm in trouble. Like to me, that's more of a, like, farting above your ass is more of like I am doing more than what people expected of me. Or does that make any sense to anybody else other than me? Is that
No,
as I say it, as I'm working it out, I don't think that's a thing that we say.
But it's something they might say.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't say everything.
No, we don't say everything.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Mark, of all the times that I've done the idioms, I've never brought that up.
Yeah.
And we know what you're saying. I know exactly what you mean.
Because we say that.
I'm going to guess.
What's the mean?
I'm going to guess Canada.
Okay.
It's
interesting.
Canada.
Steven is 100% right.
Get the fuck out of here! Really?
On both.
No way!
What?
Oh my god!
It is to be overproud, arrogant, pretentious, to pretend, or to stand higher than your real position.
Hell yeah. All
So,
right.
yeah, to be arrogant and pretentious, and it comes from France. It's a French expression.
I'll
Just
be
like the
goddamn.
Coneheads.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Huh.
crazy,
Well,
huh?
I hate doing the idioms this way. This sucks.
This is a good. This is from. This is, I guess, maybe a quote from someone. If you fart higher than your ass, you'll have shit below your ears. Fucking yes.
I'm very turned around now.
Not necessarily, though, right? I mean, how high? How high are you aiming?
It depends how
If
arrogant the person is. You might be farting out of the top of your head like a fucking whale. That might be the fart hole.
Yeah, but if you're also on all fours and you got your head down at the ground and you fart, that's higher than your ears there, right?
Right, but if you are farting out of your head hole, then also shit will be coming out of the fart hole, because you can't have fart and shit come out of two separate holes. They got to come out of the same one.
I'm just going to slowly fade out the audio over the next 45 minutes and just let you two continue on and just.
I don't know how dumb we can drag things on for.
Yeah, we try to. The whole point of this is to like educate people. And
Yeah, we should have like some like ticker or crawler at the bottom of the screen. Well, he's got a point here. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, but I do think that this is a perfect candidate for our Supreme Court of supremely stupid questions, or whatever it was we were talking about. Like this,
Yeah.
we need a ruling on where's the butt in this one, or how everything's laid out.
Yeah.
And it does make me. This is an editor's note to find a People's Court intro music stinger.
Oh yeah. Do we have something similar?
We don't have anything similar. We just have
to court music. Okay.
Next week.
Yeah.
All right, we'll find
No,
something.
well, let's not make any promises.
A couple weeks from now, we'll be
maybe.
Yeah. A couple weeks from now, maybe you'll hear a different song.
If Jeff can remember literally anything. Well, this is. Do you guys want to not do the enemy anymore? Because somebody losing or like this sucks. Like this is a real.
Well, here's the thing: is I
Lord
probably
of the
gave it
Nards.
away. Like Steven really drilled down into the name part, and also 99% of the time we get it wrong. So that's why it's fun.
Well, then both people are getting it wrong. That's
fine. I don't care what people know about me.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
right.
let's never do it again.
Okay.
Deal.
Yeah. I don't know. We could keep going. We'll see.
God, I need that court music right now.
Well,
guys, speaking of court,
we
need to get into it.
Let's go ahead.
We need to get into it.
Yeah, I need the just everybody's talking about it. We're going to talk about it too because we're no better. Man
is this a segment?
Another man. This is another segment of Who Got Slapped. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Who Got Slapped. You guys got any guesses? I got your answer. Chris Rock.
Oh.
Wow.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to Who Got Slapped. We'll see you next week.
Okay. Yeah, it's certainly been the talk of the town. Of course, everyone's going to be hearing this in a couple days when everyone's over it.
They're already sick of it. Yeah.
The memes that came out instantly. I mean, there were shirts that came out like an hour later.
Dude, I woke up. I saw it, right? I saw it with Dana. She pulled me in. I was in the kitchen and she told me what happened. And I go, this is fucking staged. And I go in there. I saw it and I go, I think it still might be staged. You know?
Really? Okay. So that was a
little bit. And then I saw Australia had like televised the whole real thing. And I was like, Japan? Was it Japan? Okay.
Japan.
Thank you. I know I get those are pretty close. So,
They are. They're not too far off.
Yeah, they're west of each other. So when I heard that, and
also technically right if you go far enough.
right, I think we covered that in the last episode.
You can say that about any two places on
Yeah,
Earth.
right.
Exactly. So yeah, I saw the whole thing and I go, oh wow, okay. But anyway, yeah. Regardless, I woke up and literally, because I wanted to check my phone and be like, I want to see what people are saying about it. You open your phone. There's people that have already done like skits about this. Like when I woke up at like 6:45 this morning, like I'm like, how the fuck do these people turn this shit around this quick? But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to sound like a hipster about this.
Mm-hmm.
I was sick of it before I even went to bed last night. The night that it happened.
Okay, yeah.
Like my feed was already just full of it. Like, okay, we get it. Number one, stop calling it a punch.
Right, yeah.
Stop calling it a punch. It's a slap. It's the headlines calling it a punch are so disingenuous. It's not a punch.
Yeah. I saw those theories going out, oh, is it staged or whatever? Why would it be staged? Just to get the Oscars more views? Was that the main like theory
right,
of why it was staged? Okay.
No one watches the Oscars.
No one watches the Oscars. Okay. Well, it went around the world. This everyone's seen it. We don't need to describe it, right?
Right, yeah.
So
you see it, you know it. You love it, you hate it.
Look, actors, yeah, they act, but comedians, well, I guess they act too, but
not as good.
Seeing Chris Rock's reaction though, I was like, no, that's real. That's absolutely real. I mean, why? Yeah, and then why would he shout that after he sits back down in his seat? It was totally real.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you saw like Chris Rock kind of like he stumbled with his words a little bit after, and then he kept going. Like I was like, oh shit. That was such an awkward moment.
There was a point, I don't know if it's very, very small, but you can hear Chris Rock. Obviously, he's dumbfounded about it, and he goes, you hear him say, like, I could, and then he goes, and he, like, moves on. That was a sniper rifle fucking loaded, aimed at his fucking family right there. And he goes, you know what? I'm going to let you live. That's what it was. You're not a comedian and something like that happens. You don't have something cocked and ready to go in your brain. That's like, you think that joke hurt? This will fucking kill you. This will level the room.
Right. Like this guy, like,
especially
goes
his
up to,
talent. Yeah.
This made me miss Tiger King. This made me like how quickly we went through that. I was like, well, at least that was almost kind of fun. Like this is just. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Yeah, if anybody is looking for, like the world's best example of being the bigger man, look at Chris Rock's reaction of everything last night. Holy shit! That the restraint to
the restraint. Yeah. Like I didn't know the history there. I don't follow celebrity news at all.
No, yeah.
But I had to look into why Will Smith got so upset, right? And I was like, oh, okay. G.I. Jane joke, and she's followed up. I was like, okay, that's funny. Oh, was it a style choice or is it something else? Right? If it was a style choice, yeah, it's a funny joke. Yeah, it's great. If it were my wife and she had like cancer or chemotherapy, then I'd be pissed. Like I would absolutely defend her honor, not violently, but like a normal person would.
You're gonna see him backstage at the parties after. You're gonna see him. Not everyone who goes to the Oscars or whatever, for the most part, hangs out after. Goes, once they win an award, you're gonna see him. I mean, if it were me and I was that pissed, if it was that type of joke or whatever, first I would confront him verbally after.
Yeah, of course. I think that's what every guy would normally do.
Right. Yeah.
But this was kind of in between. It was alopecia, right?
Yeah, and
I had to look into the comments. I didn't know. I don't think Chris Rock knew.
I don't think he did. Now again, who knows what we'll hear in the next week, but if he didn't, obviously that's totally like off the wall, just like, dude, how the fuck am I supposed to know? And again, we don't, yeah, he does topical jokes about shit, but he's not up the ass of everyone and knows what everyone's happening in everyone's lives. All he sees is Jada's new haircut, and he says, I like it, says the G.I. Jane joke. Big deal, Let's play devil's advocate. Let's say he does know. Let's say he does know.
That
Now,
it's what? Just alopecia, right?
that it is alopecia,
Which is
right?
just hair loss. That's it. It's not life-threatening at all. It's
Right.
just
Still,
hair
some
loss.
people can be sensitive about it. I mean,
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
right? Um, you know, uh, if he did know, that's a dicey joke. I think that's a dicey joke
Yeah.
because you're going after someone's um, medical condition, regardless if it is serious or not. But at the same time, they've known each other, right? Him and Will Smith know each other. No, I don't think friends, but they've met each other, hung out, or whatever. So he kind of knows them from that. So it's not like this is some guy I don't even know. So he probably, if if it was, if he did know, I don't think it's. I think it does. Obviously, it makes it a little worse, but at the end of the day, it is a joke. So
Yeah, it's a comedian telling joke. And
yeah.
even at his level, you're gonna have hecklers at that level? Jesus. Come on.
So two things. I don't know. I mean, I feel like two things that I immediately think of are number one, he should have been escorted. I don't care if he won an award or not. You fucking hit somebody at that award show. I mean, regardless, hit somebody. Any normal person hits somebody, they're fucking escorted or arrested or whatever, detained in some sort of fashion. Okay,
right, yeah. Like if
so
I got up there and hit him, I'd be escorted out, right?
yeah.
Who's this guy?
In a
Yeah.
matter of seconds, you know. So, I mean, I don't think you would have made it to the stage, honestly. I mean,
Sure.
they have security there.
Mm-hmm.
So, a part of me is like, if Will Smith can smack Chris Rock and sit back down, sit through the whole rest of the award show, and nothing happened to him, then it shows you some sort of elite privilege to celebrities, regardless what side they're on. I mean, like, if they're getting away with that, they're getting away with a lot of other stuff. I mean,
Okay.
I have
It
a
does
second.
make me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no! If it was staged, they would have had like security rush out, like waiting to rush out.
Okay. And do you think
that would.
security would have like stumbled and ran around all silly?
Well, no, like because that's the believable thing. Like that's what in everybody's mind.
Okay. All right.
Somebody attacks somebody on stage. You have security there.
Yeah.
To do something about it. Like the reality is less believable somehow.
It is. Yeah. And then the other thing that confused me was I didn't know him and Jada were still together. I thought they divorced a long time ago.
So there's that. There's this too. I think.
Yeah, I thought that was over a lot because she hooked up with some guy, right?
Her son's like friend.
Yeah. Oh, at that point, it's over. Like the minute you find out, it's done.
Exactly.
Get her out of there. Move on.
Right.
Find someone that deserves you. Like I didn't know they were still together. I thought they had gotten that done a long time ago. So that's why I was confused. Also.
Yeah.
Why did he react that way?
And exactly. So a part of me thinks that they have been a punching bag since then as a couple for so long. I think that was I can't even remember. It was at least 4 or 5 years ago, right? But they've been a punching bag and a punchline, and it's just been crazy how like people will say whatever about their relationship or whatever. So the fact, I think it's just been a lot of stuff boiling over for them. And then maybe that was look, we've talked about this before. I think we've all been there. I know I have, where work doesn't go right. Maybe home life isn't fantastic, and then you go to the grocery store and it's like, oh no, we don't have any of the stuff you want. Like it's just one thing after another to the point where it's like if some guy bumps into you and goes, hey, watch where you're going, you go,
And you snap.
you just fucking turn
Okay.
around and go, what? I was like, wrong, just wrong fucking day. I don't care if I fucking lose in this fight, but I'm fighting. Like I've been there.
I think, yeah, that's what happened, right? He
I
just
think so.
snapped.
I think so. But like my issue is when obviously you see him laughing. He's
Yeah, that's
laughing
the other
there,
thing,
like
right?
at the joke, a decent amount. It's not just like a like a fake laugh. He's really laughing. And
Yeah.
10 seconds later, he
Yeah,
gets up
yeah.
and slapped the guy who told the joke. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Right. Everyone's analyzing that camera angle like, wait a second, he's laughing right here. Oh, and then she looks really pissed.
Right.
Something must have happened. He must have taken a second and look at her and then went, okay, and then just lost it. Like,
There's nothing, yeah, and you know what? There's nothing more. There's nothing more that I hate. Like, especially like obviously I do a lot of comedy shows, but I can't stand when there's a couple sitting there and the comedian says something and the guy looks over at the girl and makes sure it's okay to laugh.
yeah. Yeah, I hate that.
If you want to laugh at different things, just laugh to laugh.
Yes.
Don't check on somebody else if it's okay. That's statistically kind of why corporate events are kind of shitty, because if you say something a little dicey, everyone shuts down because they don't want like people to think that like Barbara in accounting is like, like if it's like a maybe it's a race joke and she laughs, everyone's like, oh, Barbara's fucking racist. It's just like, no, that's not. It's it's a joke and it's like in whatever, but people can. It makes you look at them differently, I guess, if they like, oh, you think that's funny, you know. But
Right.
I guess
Yeah.
my biggest thing is like the problem with seeing that by the world and nothing happen, especially doing comedy, is now you've opened the door for hecklers to think this is okay.
This is how you respond to a joke that you personally
Oh,
don't
God.
like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, we're not all Chris Rock. We don't have the safety of being in theaters. Like, I've never felt uncomfortable or someone said something to me, or I've had some awkward interactions.
Some. Okay, buddy.
No. I meant like
Welcome to my life, pal.
I meant like on stage
Awkward
that made me feel
some
uncomfortable.
awkward.
Where it's like where I think that there's like a couple college kids that are like always assholes or something that think they're like fucking, they just keep running their mouth during the show or whatever. But the fact that like, look, we deal with adults in Lynchburg, Virginia. That, no offense to Lynchburg, but it's great town. But you can go there. Everyone's drinking. Same scenario. You say something, someone doesn't hear. I've had people get mad at me for something that was totally incorrect. They thought I said something, and I did not say that what they thought.
Okay.
I've had people talk to me, and I go, "That's not. I didn't say that. I said this is the joke," and they go, "Oh, okay." The point is, you are opening the door for physical assault on someone telling jokes. And that's what I am now uncomfortable with, where I'm like, this fucking sucks. Which, by the way, right before we started, Will Smith said, I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed about my actions. It was not indicative of a man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. So he admits that he is wrong and out of line. So
he's also wrong that this is a world of love and kindness.
yeah, does he? It's a
Too,
fucking
because
war
He
going
just
on.
showed everybody
Chris.
watching all over the internet.
Yeah, there's a
that
war
it is
going
in
on,
fact
Will.
not.
You fucking idiot.
I think some of these celebrity, like he's been this major celebrity ever since he was a kid, right? How old was he when he did Fresh
Yeah,
Prince?
it's like 16, maybe. I don't know.
So I think maybe some of these people just get used to just not having consequences, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Just
do
a
think
guess.
it's funny on Twitter Obviously, everything's trending. Oscars, Chris Rock's trending, Will Smith's trending, cuck is trending. They got the word.
I saw that.
They
Yeah.
got the word cuck
Cuck
to
is
trend.
Such a funny word.
Yeah.
And,
because of Will Smith's marriage and like him being in an open relationship or an open marriage. And of course, I know everyone's already gone down that alley of like, dude, you let people like fuck your wife or whatever, and then this guy says a joke that's not even close.
Wait, is that real? Was it? Were they in an open?
So you hear things. I don't know. I can't confirm that, but there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's been like a rumor or something like that. So whatever. I mean, dude, Will Smith, honestly. And again, he's totally wrong. I'm 100% on Chris's side, but he's just been fucking through the ringer with his wife. I mean, they had that red table discussion. Do you guys remember that from like 4 or 5 years ago, where they had like I don't know if it's like a short segment, but they were just talking about their relationship and they wanted to clear it out for everybody else. And that's when she said, I was in an entanglement, and he was like, an entanglement. He's like, you cheated.
Okay, I don't even remember that.
I remember briefly.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're right about that whole. The hecklers have free reign now. Like that already kind of pisses me off. Like, I hope they don't think that. Right.
I think
we're kind of like, we usually take the side of comedians, right?
I do in a sense if there's an attempt, if there is a true attempt to be funny and not malicious and mean, then yeah. And also, honestly, what hurts a comedian most is if no one's laughing, because their whole intention is to be funny. So if they do try to do a joke that is offensive and the room agrees, the room agrees that it's offensive, don't laugh, and then he won't do that joke. But if everyone's laughing and one person's offended, it's a pretty good joke.
Right. Yeah, I was also kind of amazed at like when the incident happened after the slap, and then he said something after. Like everyone's still kind of laughing for a while. I was like, "What? Did that
Very
really?"
weird energy in the room at that point.
Yeah.
Was it nervous laughter, or they just truly believed that they didn't believe what they were seeing, type of thing? Like I was like, "What's
I think it was
going
a
on?"
combination. It was like people are confused, right? We obviously never seen that. People are confused, so there's this tension being broken when Chris is like, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. Like it's like, oh, it's a bit. That felt like a bit.
Okay.
To have the guy that is the G-rated rapper do the most gangster shit at the Oscars. You know what I mean? So then there's almost like is it a is the word a paradox or a what?
I think so. Yeah.
Where you wouldn't like the last person you'd expect to do something.
I don't know anymore.
Juxtaposition.
There we go. Okay.
Maybe. I don't.
Maybe.
I don't. We should
Everybody listening, write in. Tell us what you think the word is.
We don't know. Definitions.
Write in what the word is at 34 minutes and 30 seconds into the show.
Yeah, please let us know.
It'll be edited down so that won't line up exactly. But
no.
you know,
30.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think like
hashtag Willennium, so that we know what we're looking for.
I think that's the joke in itself, where it's like Will Smith just physically assaulted somebody, and so people don't know if it's a joke. There's tension, there's nervousness. So, yeah.
Yeah, but then after he said what he said, after he sat down, everyone's like, "Oh shit, okay,
right, yeah,
that's real. It's real."
What a whirlwind night, guys! And other awards were won.
Right? Can you guys name one?
Coda won one.
Okay.
Billie Eilish won for a song, right?
Oh,
No Time to Die.
The red-haired lady, she won one. I don't know. That's why, like, I don't follow these things.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the Oscars.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell you anything else.
Mary Mary enjoys the award shows. She tries to watch all the movies, like the big movies that are nominated, so that she can, kind of follow along. I wish I watched more movies, but she's into it. I don't care.
Mm.
Jackass wasn't nominated, so I was out.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shame.
it is.
Well,
I guess we can walk away from this one.
Yeah.
we can, or
Speaking
this
of
is.
walking, yeah.
Well, Mark, you asked me. You texted a question, or you said, "Let me read the text,
Yeah.
if you don't mind." I don't.
Please,
I hate
no.
to air out dirty
I want
laundry
people.
here. Jeff, if you care to indulge us on the next pod, I want to know what the fuck is the point of Hummer Crab Walk?
Thank you. Yeah.
Emphasis mine, none in the text. All right, so you guys are aware of the Hummer, yes, the military vehicle popularized by actor/politician Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First one to get, or to really push to get them available to civilians. They'd gone away for a while. They've come back as an electric vehicle, all fully electric.
Wow.
One of the bells and whistles that these new ones have, and that they've been advertising. I mean, I know like the algorithms push them to me, and like I look at car stuff on the internet. So I assume if you're asking about this, they're pushing them to you also.
I
So
saw a commercial and I go, what the fuck is the point of that?
yeah, it's a gimmicky thing, kind of, but I've never driven a car with it, so I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I'm only saying this because I don't want to assume anything. Some cars have rear wheel steering. Don't know if you're familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's weird. Okay, so you're steering the wheel and the back wheels turn?
Along with the front wheels.
Oh, man.
Now, here's the other thing. Generally, to give a car, and a lot of like, not a lot, but a handful of like 80s and 90s, like Japanese domestic market cars had it. Like I think the Prelude and Accord or two, even a Civic had I think mechanical rear wheel steering. Anyways, sorry. Typically on these cars, when you are sitting at the wheel and you turn the wheel left, your front tires go left, but your back tires turn right.
Okay, to get you like a tighter turn.
Gives you that tighter turning radius.
I didn't
Okay.
fucking know that.
Yeah,
Makes sense, right? Because if your back tires turn left, you would just diagonally move left, right? You wouldn't turn.
exactly.
Okay.
And that's where we get the crab walk, because in the Hummer, they have a mode typically, normally, because it is, I think they said it's like an 18-foot long truck vehicle. It's a pretty decent sized vehicle. So getting around parking lots, tight spaces, difficult to do. So typically the back tires turn opposite of the front tires to give you that tighter turning radius. But they have a crab walk mode where you turn this on, your back tires turn the same direction as your front tires. So you'll just kind of glide over to one side.
Okay. Okay.
But the car isn't turning, right? It's just the wheels.
The car isn't turning.
Correct. The car, it's strafing. Like, when you're playing a video game and
Yeah.
you're looking one way and you're just kind of
Pressing
Right.
A or D. Yeah.
that's what it's doing. So now this isn't really new, and especially not to GM, General Motors. They put it on some pickup trucks and Suburbans, and like I guess the GMC Denali back in the earlier 2000s, where it would do this normally at low speeds. The tires would turn opposite of your front tires to give you that tight turning radius. But it detected when you were at highway speeds, and like if you're going to make a lane change, then your back tires would turn the same direction as your front tires. So this isn't really new tech. And they also said that it was safe for like if you're driving that truck and pulling a trailer. And this is all very boring. I get it. This is extremely boring.
Well, I asked for it. So, yeah.
That's okay.
But
Look,
my eyes lit up, and I said, "Oh, gladly, I would love to talk about this." Because they at highway speeds, if you're pulling a trailer, it's safer because you're agitating the trailer less to make that lane change motion.
Mm,
So less chance
okay.
for it to get squirrely or
that makes sense.
Okay. So if you're parallel parking, can you turn the tires like completely 90 degrees or not
10
quite?
degrees. You get I think the furthest that the back will go is 10 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds shittier than I thought.
Yeah. It's really,
It's just like a helper.
it's a helper.
It's a
Yeah.
helper.
It's not going to completely, yeah, you're not going to parallel park with it like everybody's hoping for. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Futurama type of thing.
The car just shifts it out straight over into its spot. That would be great.
Mm,
Doesn't do that.
okay.
I mean, it's still pretty neat,
Yeah.
but I do think they're kind of overselling it.
Okay.
For
It's
sure.
it's
I mean, they put LeBron James in a Hummer, and then there's a bunch of crabs around, and it's just for this small feature that kind of does nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, like as far as like, if I was designing cars and I'm sitting around with everyone, and someone came up with that idea to like, what if we had a crab walk? And I go, well, what do you mean? And they kind of explain what you said. I'd be like, that's a waste of a button.
That's a waste of a button.
And then I would fire them.
Well, why'd they get LeBron James? Was there a
I would
basketball joke in there somewhere or
no,
reference into the car somewhere?
no, just this. You get an athlete in there. Get
He
a
didn't
popular.
say something like, look at me shoot this parallel parking or nothing like that. Just
No.
nothing.
This is one of my favorite things, watching Steven try to come up with a sports reference with cars on the fly. That was I'm impressed.
I don't know. You usually pitch a reason why someone's there.
Right.
Well, yeah.
And if not, just get it. Okay. Wow.
I think just his celebrity.
Because they probably paid a hell of a lot for him. But what's the connection with the Hummer crab walk? That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Yeah.
But I did also look up why crabs walk that way too.
Oh, nice. So you covered all the bases.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're blending, straight into science. Yeah.
Because can I guess? Is it because they have two eyes in front of their head, and we do too, and we should actually probably start doing that?
You nailed it.
Right.
No,
so now hecklers are going to do their thing more, and then people are going to start walking sideways.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
You're going to
folks.
have to with all the hecklers coming at you. You got to fucking go sideways. You guys can't turn your back to anybody.
I wonder if stand-up comedians are going to start evolving differently with more of those like gray type eyes where they're on the side and they can see around them more often. Like,
yeah.
Right. Their
what the hell is wrong with that guy?
right?
Oh, he does stand up.
Yeah.
He does stand up. Yeah.
Yeah. Comedians' eyes, their pupils can enlarge and shrink in quickly because of the darkness of the room, and then also when the light comes on, their eyes shrink. So that way they could look out for hecklers quickly, left, right.
The crabs, from what I could tell, was just, and this doesn't make any sense to me now that I think about it, like just because they have the I think it was 4 legs on each side or 3 on each side.
Mm-hmm.
It's just easier. Like it just like they step on their own feet less.
That's all they said? It's easier?
I think that was the long and short of it. Like,
wow.
Okay.
So like, why give them all that shit in the first place if like it doesn't work out for them well?
Yeah, if you had 8 legs, and you wouldn't walk straight forward, right?
Yeah, they would be. I would be giving myself a flat tire, all the time.
Right.
You're
right.
You stepping on your own shoe, your foot's popping out of that shoe, and then you're like, God damn it. And then you bend down and your back leg kicks somebody behind you. Like, sorry, my fucking legs are stupid.
Right. And I don't like my shoes because I can't slip into them. I have to untie them and then tie them. So, God.
It's a headache.
Okay, so they're decapods. They have 10 legs.
Ooh.
They got 2 up top.
The pinchers.
Pinchers.
Pinchy crabbies.
Okay.
And the 4 full leggies.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. But
Okay,
I guess I guess I have seen a crab go back and forth, right? If they need to. Come to think of it, like I've seen a crab do that back and forth, but for I'd say 90% of the time you see a crab, it's moving sideways.
This is directly from TampaBay.com, and this is where I get all of my crustacean news and information.
Okay.
Because crabs have stiff, jointed legs, they move faster and easier walking sideways.
Okay. So
Walk.
would someone with arthritis benefit walking sideways instead of forward and backward?
I'd say possibly. I mean, I think if you got stiff legs, stiff joints, try moving sideways. Just it works for crabs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's weird, evolution wise. Like, why do crabs walk sideways? Like, why haven't they evolved to the point where sideways is front ways for them?
Yeah.
Right. It's like the what is it? The male seahorse is the one that gives birth. Like, so just call that the female seahorse.
Right.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Why is the crab's walking sideways? Just make that front ways now. Just call that front.
Yeah. That's your front now. Okay. You're not moving
Right.
sideways anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like crabs are one of those like ancient. Like, I feel like crabs have been around as long as the Earth has.
Probably.
Like, they've had time to get their shit together and figure out where the front is.
Yeah. Well, they're always complaining about their stiff legs.
Crabby. Yeah.
Being crabby. Anyway, dumb feature for a car to not go all the way in. Go only 10% in. Come on.
Give me 45 at least.
45 would be worth it. For
45,
sure.
90, ideally.
You could spin that bitch like a top if you could do 45. You just
Yeah.
sit there and just.
Right.
Then now we're talking. You turn your own car into a Gravitron. I'll buy one of those.
Okay. Get the kids
right.
in there.
I love the Gravitron.
Yeah.
Wow.
Could it
good
spin
thinking.
just the top part?
I'll buy 2 if you can do just the top part.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, who do I call? Where do I put my name down on this list?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's exciting.
They're cool. I mean, it's weird. I surprisingly have looked because I like trucks or cars in general. I like electric vehicles. I just really like this new Hummer just doesn't jiggle me anywhere for some reason. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of cool shit going on inside of it. Like, and good on you, GM, for making an electric vehicle this big. Because I do think this is the future, and this is hopefully the way we're going to continue to go. But I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Our next car is going to be electric for sure. I'm 100% convinced because, of course, we're going to have the gas one for longer trips and whatever the case may be. But 95% of what you're doing is in town every single day, 7 days a week. So get the fucking electric. It just makes sense. And I know a bunch of people are going to, walk in my house and slap me for my comments. Right. But I don't know. It just makes sense. I don't know what's out there though. I have no idea. But this Hummer thing ain't it.
Okay.
Jason Bateman's pushing a Hyundai electric vehicle. He's the pitch man for them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hyundai's got one.
Hyundai's got one. Okay. I gotta get into a Hyundai.
There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of cool stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we put a musical segment in front of the car segment? Should we just have a little car talk jingle, a little intro, or
I do like how we are still trying to figure out our podcast.
yeah, it's great.
What is this one? 130.
I hope that we do that
We're gonna
forever.
get this shit figured out.
I hope that we're always figuring new stuff out, right?
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We don't want to
Are
become
always
stagnant.
evolving. We're always doing the podcast that we want to do.
That's right. Yeah.
We don't want to be those people that, fart above our ass.
That's right. Yeah. You don't want to be done with
yourself.
something. You want to work on something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
We're learning. We're getting better.
Mm-hmm.
We're evolving.
Mm-hmm.
No.
This,
We're revolving.
Okay. Yeah.
We're changing chambers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Well, speaking of changing, here's a change in the narrative. Mark, did you do stand up recently?
Oh yes, yes. This is I did stand up. I was in Richmond, Virginia. Me and my friend Tyler.
So you have a second
Wood.
home in Virginia now? Is that
I don't, but boy, yeah, went to Virginia last 2 weekends, and both. Well, no, one I had a hotel, but yeah, this one was a down and back, no hotel, so it was like drive 2.5 hours up there.
I paid for a down and back in Virginia once when I was younger.
Yeah,
Oh, is my wife gonna hear that? Never mind. Let's just cover that up.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And we're doing jokes.
A down and back, yeah, and then it's the land. I think Jeff, you coined it, the land of people born out of their mother's ass.
I know that's a brother-in-law. That is a true fact. He is from Virginia. Swears by it. So I've never seen it. I don't spend a lot of time in Virginia or our hospitals. So who knows?
Right. There's no way to really know, but
No.
it's all hearsay, and I believe everything I hear. So I will know that for now.
I like to not be challenged. Good. Thank you.
Yeah. So we did shows were good. Early show didn't make me feel good, but the last show was good. It's just because I think I tried to work on too much new stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's obviously I'm trying to come out with a lot of new material quickly, and I think it was all just so new, and I was like, there's a lot of new stuff here. So the latest show, I played it a little safer, or tightened it up, or reviewed my notes and things like that. Anyway, regardless, this is just a small story. There's this woman on the show. Her name, oh god, I forgot her last name. Fuck, but her Lucy. I think she might have been like 23 ish, and she was funny, and she had been doing stand up for 3 years, and her parents came out to the show, and after the show, I met the parents, and I I said, hey, this is really cool of you, because I know some brutal stories of just people who do stand up and their parents' approval. I'm lucky. My parents and my family have always supported me since the fucking start, and which is super nice. But of course, you also don't want anyone to see you in the first. If I can be honest, 2 years, just because
Well,
you have no idea what you're fucking doing.
you didn't let anybody come see you for quite a while when you started. I think was that the case?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I said, please don't come. I would tell people not to come. They would want to come, and I go, don't. Once I was actually, when I started, I was like, I wanted to keep it a secret. And then someone, uh, you meet comics, someone takes a picture. Oh, this new guy is here. And then that comes up on your feed, and you go, oh, I'm fucked. I remember that. I remember seeing a picture of me doing stand up. And then it was the first time that literally anyone knew, and it came up on my feed, and I literally said, I am fucked. Because then everyone's like,
I'm ruined.
yeah, exactly. Because then people, and it's the social media filter that everyone thinks. People think you're on stage telling jokes, and they go, oh man, like, oh, it was so good. Like, was it though? I mean, it was okay at best, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, how it really was, and that, but other people, glamorize how good shit is, and stand up. There's just no way around it. You got to do it for a long time to be good at it. So anyway, this girl, her parents came out, and I talked to the parents. And I said, man, it's so cool that I always, for younger comics, I always try to talk to the parents and say, and make it a point to go, this is really cool that you came out and supported. I go, I know it means a lot, and not a lot of parents do it. And that's what I always say. Like, I thank you for coming out. And so I talked to them. They were fun. They were cool. Just talked to them real quick, and they left. And I talked to the girl Lucy, and she said she's like glowing, and she's like, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I've been doing other stuff before, like dabbled in some other things, and this is the first thing that my parents have come to.
Aw.
Dude, I not even joking. I almost started crying. I'm kind of getting emotional right now too.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, dude, I was just like, I wanted to like go out in the parking lot and be like, how could you? And be like, what? And I'm like, how could you do that? 3 years, it's just like, and wanted to like dig into the other stuff. Like, how can you not go? I couldn't imagine missing anything that my kids do, whether how good they are or not, just to know that you're there or care or support. Doesn't, it's just, anyway, I say that just because it's like the fact that she was just like glowing afterwards and just was like, it was like the best show of her life that her parents showed up. So I just wanted to take a minute and just say, if you got kids or brothers or whatever it is, whatever they're doing, try to support them as long as they're not doing something illegal. I mean, show interest. It goes a long way. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
It does.
Very cool.
I also, real quick, I started selling some stickers after shows. I have had them for a while, and I always forget just because it feels, first of all, it feels gross, and then you're just trying to make a good show, and you got to plug it like during the show. Like you have to like stop your set and like, oh yeah, by the way, this is what I'm doing. Come hang out after, or say hi. And I had a couple of really cool designs from Zombie Turtle Comics. So shout out to him. You can @ Zombie Turtle Comics. Super talented artist. And I had a couple of joke ones, and then I had one because guys know how we love birds so much, right?
I do.
Exactly. So we have a bird one. I made one that's a pigeon with its like head kind of cocked, and it's got a big chain on it. It says Bird Gang on it. Like it looks cool. It has nothing to do with anything, right? Just no joke, no nothing. But I was like, it's cool. Maybe people will like it. That is my most popular sticker by far. And it has nothing to do with
Do you have
any
one
of...
with you? Can you show it? No?
Let me grab one. And the other ones, it's to the point where I was like, maybe I'll come up with a joke about birds.
It started just because of the board game.
Just because of Wingspan. Yeah.
Okay.
And
wow, that's your most... Okay, there it is.
that's it.
Look at that.
It's a fun one. And
that's cool.
And yeah, I had like one person was like, "Oh man, yeah, like birds aren't real." Like I'm like telling my kid, this guy I met at the con in Richmond, Galaxy Con, he is he's like convincing his 7-year-old that birds aren't real. I mean, he believes birds are real, but when he was talking about how he is going to the length of purchasing fake birds and putting cameras in them.
Wait. So he's convincing his kid that birds are as a joke?
As a joke. And he's
my God.
He's taking it way too far. Like insanely too far.
That's great.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, birds aren't real. Like they're not real. And then obviously he says that. The kid looks it up online and it's a whole thing. And then he is to the point where he is like buying fake birds that he's putting them in spots around the yard and putting cameras in them and be like, see?
Oh my God.
Dude.
I'm sure that's not going to send that young man off down the wrong path in life and
exactly.
get him started not believing in things or believing in things. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I admire when someone goes great lengths for a joke. Maybe not at a kid's expense, but I do admire that.
He's putting in the work for sure.
Great work for a joke, yeah.
The kid might be a throwaway at this point, but the joke's good.
Yeah.
The joke's good.
Great joke. Who knows what'll happen to that kid if he'll ever leave his room?
I got an idea.
I got a couple.
Yeah.
That's like reverse Santa Claus. like
Yeah.
yeah, he's. Oh yeah. I remember being told that. Wait. Are you saying he's real?
Yeah.
No, fucking no, impossible. There's no way he's real.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I've seen. No. Yeah. Mind blowing.
Yeah.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall, not a bird though, because apparently.
Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not. Well, guys,
Mm-hmm.
do we have anything else about ourselves that we need to say? Guys, is it that time of the show?
What time?
It's time we wrap it up. These shows can't go on forever. These podcasts can't. I wish they could. I really wish they could, but they can't. So every week, we got to wind it down. So that means another episode of Let's Wrap It Up.
Oh, okay. This is Let's Wrap It Up segment.
Mark, Steven, and Jeff. We've had our fun. Now it's time to put the toys away. Go to bed.
We talked about slapping, cars, jokes.
You can fit so many privileged actors in this thing. There's a car slap joke for you.
Support your kids.
And unsupport your kids with fucking up their minds with long con bird jokes.
That's right. Support your kids. Also, leave them alone.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a fine line, everybody. You might want to crab walk that line.
That's right. How long do you have to walk to the side in order for it to become front?
The front.
Something to think about.
Not for you to decide. Not for you to decide.
Who decides?
Guys, we streamed Forts on Twitch together recently.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped thinking about that since we played it. I would love to play, guys.
I've played the single player campaign. It's amazing. It is so fun.
Great.
Yeah,
Good.
It's way better than you think it is. Yes.
It's a great game. I love it.
I want more of that, so look out for us on Twitch doing more of that at some point.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. If that's it, then I think that's it for us for this episode.
I hate to see it end, but okay.
See you next time.
Good night, everybody.
Everybody.